Hey guys, Smitty here with Just Piddlin Barbecue. Back to cooking today. We're going to do a pork butt and a whole chicken. I'm going to tell you why and show you how to do it. So stick around. Alright guys, we're back cooking today, and my goal is to make some Brunswick stew for a New Year's Eve gathering that we're going to tomorrow. Today we're going to do a whole chicken and a whole pork butt or Boston butt, probably about 8 pounds, and we're going to do it on the YS640 from Yoder. Not going to be a whole lot of fuss today. This is going to be a really simple cook. That's my goal today. No trimming, no nothing. I'm not doing anything for presentation. It doesn't have to be pretty. The skin on the chicken doesn't have to be crispy because I'm not going to use that in the stew itself. I'm just going to use it today to keep the meat moist in the chicken. I'm not going to trim anything on this pork butt. Everything's getting pulled apart to go in the stew. So very simple technique today as far as the prep goes. So let's get started. All right, so really simple for both of them. As I said, for the pork butt, I'm going to use Yoder Smoker's pork rub, and I'm going to use our butts are smoking cherry habanero. Those are going to be the two flavors that I use for the pork butt. I'm going to go on with the Yoder Smoker's pork rub first. And it, again, doesn't really matter a whole lot about the technique today because everything is getting pulled apart and everything is going into a stew. Make sure we get all the ends. And the sides. If you can grab the slippery sucker. So we've got everything all around. Now we're going in with the cherry habanero. And again, any kind of rubs or anything that I use, there'll be a Amazon affiliate link down below in the description box. I'll try to pin it in the comment section as well. Feel free to check that out if you'd like. If not, that's okay too, but it does help the channel a little bit. Get the top and then we'll flip it over and get the bottom. Hope everybody has had a good Christmas and is going to have a safe New Year. This is the eve to New Year's Eve, Tuesday. All right, so the pork butt is ready to roll. Now I've already got the Yoder Smoker set on 275 degrees. It's coming up to temperature right now. Not real concerned about temperature either, so I'm cooking a little bit higher so the meat will go ahead and get done and I can start pulling it apart this afternoon. So what am I using for seasoning for the whole chicken? I've got some of this za'atar. Now this is a unique kind of seasoning. We kind of tried out some Mediterranean dishes for a while, and this was one of the seasonings that kept coming up in the recipes, so I got it. And it's somewhat of a Italian style mixture of seasonings, but it's a little more earthy. I kind of like it a little better than an Italian style seasoning. And I know it's not an Italian seasoning, so I'm not trying to offend the Mediterranean folks, but that's the only way I can describe it, with the herbs and things like that in it. And then I'm also going to go in with Yoder Smoker's chicken rub. Pretty simple. Give it a good coating. Normally, again, I would spatchcock this chicken and cook it that way. But today we're just gonna, again, we're keeping it simple and keeping it whole. Legs. Probably gonna fold the wings in just to keep them out of the way. Just like that. Get some on the inside too. Now we'll go in again with the chicken rub and we will be done and ready to get them on the pit. I'm using a mixture of hickory and cherry pellets today. That's probably my favorite mixture or blend. Alright, that's it. We're gonna let them sit here and sweat for about 10 minutes. Let that rub get good and tacky and everything, and then we're gonna go out there and put them on the yoder. Alright, it's windy out here and I got the pool pump going too, so it might be a little noisy, but real quick, got it set on 275, it's on 262. Still coming up to temperature, it's about 40 degrees out here this morning. Windy, but we're gonna go ahead and get it on. I'm gonna put the pork butt closest to the smokestack so it gets the most smoke. I'm gonna put the chicken up here as well. Breast facing the fire pot so it gets the most heat. That's exactly how we're gonna let it go. Very simple. All our work's done, and now the other's got to do its work. All right, guys, let's see how we're doing after about three and a half hours. Oh, nice color on the pork butt and the chicken. Looking really good. Alright guys, chicken's been on about 4.5 hours and it is ready. We're going to take it out. Dark meat is about 200 degrees, 205, somewhere around there. White meat's around 180, 185. That's where I really want it to be, and so we're going to go ahead and take it off. The pork butt's staying on there, still unwrapped, roughly around 150 degrees average across the whole thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and let it go, take on some more smoke. I may leave it uncovered the entire time. Most of the time when it gets around 165, I usually wrap it. But I'm in no hurry for it to get done. So I'd like to have a little bit more bark so that when I pull it, chop a little bit of it up, put it in the stew. It's got some bark in there as well. Let's go ahead and get this chicken off, let it cool, and then I'm gonna pull it apart. Pork butt's still looking good. As a matter of fact, I might take it, just give it a spin. Make sure it's cooking even. Get her closed up and let him go. Let's get this chicken in. All right, I'm pulling this chicken apart, and it's important when you pull it apart to make sure that you get all the cartilage and anything that you don't want you or your guests to eat. Make sure you pull it out. So that's what I'm doing, kind of like that right there. Pull that out. I've already pulled the legs apart, and they're in here. This is some of the thigh meat, and I'm gonna give this a little bit of a taste test just to see what the flavor is. And make sure it's nice and moist, good flavor. Very tender, juicy, a little smoky, very good. That's gonna be perfect in that Brunswick stew. So I'm gonna continue to pull this apart, flip it over. I've got the breast meat, gonna pull that apart. I need about 1.5 to 2 pounds of the chicken, about 3 pounds of the pulled pork. You can do hamburger meat too if you want to, so however you want to do it. I'm going to continue to pull this apart, and then when the pork butt gets done, I'll bring you back and show you that as well. All right, the pork butt's been done probably about 30 minutes, 45 minutes maybe. I've been letting it sit here and cooling while I diced up some onions and potatoes. And now I'm going to pull apart this pork butt and pull about 3 pounds of meat. I've got a 1.5 pounds, maybe 2 pounds of chicken over there. Man, that looks really, really good. Nice little smoke on there. So I'm going to pull this apart, about 3 pounds worth, and then we're going to start making some Brunswick stew. All right, let's make the Brunswick stew. The first thing I'm going to do is put a little bit of olive oil in there and let that heat up so that I can saute the onions and potatoes. So we're going to do that first. All right, so I've got 1 pound of diced potatoes, red potatoes, and I've got 1 medium onion diced up in the pot. I'm going to use a little bit of the Cattleman's Ranch Ranchero. A little bit of seasoning on those. And we're just going to let those soften up and get a little bit of color on before we go to the next step. Alright, to our potatoes and onions, I'm going to add a tablespoon of salt, a tablespoon of black pepper. Give that a stir. And now we're going to add 2 small cans of roasted diced tomatoes for the 14.5 ounce cans. Give that a stir. That's going to give it a little bit of liquid to kind of steam the potatoes a little bit, let everything get a little bit hotter. We're going to cook that for about 10 minutes. Alright, now we're going to add 1 28 ounce can of mild Rotel. You could use any kind of variety of Rotel that you want. This Brunswick stew is a little bit spicy, but I'll show you how we're going to add the spice in just a minute. We're going to let this continue to go for about 10 minutes. Alright, now we're going to add 1 12-ounce bag of frozen green peas. And 2 12-ounce bags of frozen sweet corn. Stir all that up. And now, this is where our spice comes from. We have 1 64-ounce container of V8 Spicy Hot vegetable juice. Make sure you shake it up really good. Unscrew the top, tighten it back down, and then shake it so everything on the bottom gets incorporated from when it's been sitting. Now we're going to give all this a stir, let it come back up to a boil, put it down to a simmer, and then we're going to add our meat and our last ingredient. Alright, so now we're going to add our meat. This is 1.5 pounds of smoked chicken and about 3 pounds of our pulled pork. Now we're going to give everything a stir, incorporate all of that. And this stew, if you let it simmer for maybe an hour or so, is going to really break down that meat more, thicken up the stew, and make it really nice. And now the last ingredient, which in my opinion makes the flavor totally different than just a vegetable soup, is my homemade barbecue sauce. And I usually pour in about a cup, maybe a cup and a half or so of the barbecue sauce. Now obviously you won't be using my barbecue sauce, but it is a mustard and vinegar based sauce. So any of those sauces that you can get at the store or make your own, mustard vinegar based sauce. It is not a sweet sauce at all. I don't add any sugar at all. So that kind of tells you about the profile, the flavor profile. And you can already see that it starts taking on the color of the sauce itself, and it has thickened it up a little bit, and that's exactly what you want. And that, guys, is your Brunswick stew. Let it simmer for about an hour, make you a bowl, and enjoy. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel, and until next time, we'll be piddling. See you guys.